welcome to our Reading Live sprints this Sunday. I am joined by Lindsay. Hey, Lindsay.
Sorry.
How are you today?
Good, how are you?
So good. I'm so excited that we're doing this. And like the theme is summer, like to celebrate the end of summer. And I'm literally in a sweatshirt and it doesn't feel like summer, but that's fine.
It's so hot here. I have I don't know if you can hear it, but I have a fan blowing on me because it's so hot.
Oh, at least you're fitting the aesthetic. What snacks and drink did you bring today?
So for snacks, I have a little bowl of extra cheesy Cheez-Its, which are my favorites, specifically the extra cheesy ones. And then for my drink, I got a Venti iced blonde vanilla latte with sweet cream cold foam.
Stop. I had the same thing this morning.
No way, really?
It's the exact same thing.
The blonde espresso from Starbucks is supreme.
It's so good. And with the cold foam on top,
it's so good. What do you have?
Well, I was going to be extra and make a homemade pina colada, but I couldn't be asked to do that tonight. So I have a Coke. And of course, there's no ice at the shop downstairs. So it's refrigerator cold.
Fun fact, I don't like ice in my soda. I think it waters it down.
You'd fit well here in Britain because Brits don't put a lot of ice in their drinks. Sometimes you got to ask for it. But I need to
mind that you guys don't have AC too.
Yeah, we don't have AC.
That must be so hot.
It is. It is really hot. We need to introduce you because you've not been on here before, which is, I talk about you all the time. So, chat should recognize you, but will you just tell us who you are and what you do on the internet?
If I can figure it out myself, I'd love to. Sure. Hi, guys. I'm Lindsay. You can find me on YouTube and Instagram at She Is Booked and Busy. I am a wife, a mom from Connecticut in the US, and I love to read. It is my decompression and my peace. So,
yes. And you read everything, don't you?
I will read anything you put in my hands.
That's
I might not like it, but I'll read it.
I used to be that way, and now my TBR is too long. I'm just it has to hit certain checklists, and the biggest one being I have to be in the mood to read it or I need to even get through it. My TBR is so long. What are you reading tonight?
So I'm currently exactly 47% of the way through Lessons in Chemistry. So I'm hoping that I can finish it. I think I have 140 pages left. I think that's kind of doable.
Are you liking it?
Okay. I said this last night when we were reading it on just another sprint that I was doing. It's not that I'm not liking it. Bonnie Garmis's writing is amazing. She can write the hell out of this book. However, I don't think I'm the intended audience for it. So the main female character isn't speaking to me, but it's good. And I'm starting to like it more 160 pages in.
Okay.
How about you? What are you reading?
I am reading Hidden Beneath the Embers. And I got this in a book box subscription, Butterfly Book Club. And sorry, that's my oven going off and baking banana bread at the same time. It's doing this sprint. I actually don't know what it's about because it didn't come with a synopsis and I haven't looked it up, but tell me that this is not going to be a love triangle. We got our boy and girl here, and then we got Shadow Daddy lurking in the corner.
That is so pretty. Now, is that the naked hardcover or is that
this is the naked one. And then there's art on the inside. So I'm sorry, it's the oven again. My banana bread is done. And it has art. And then check this out. Okay, does anyone know The Originals, which was a spinoff series of The Vampire Diaries? Do you know that TV show?
Yeah.
Yeah, it starts with a quote by Klaus Michelson on page 1. Interesting choice. I'm here for it.
So it's a vampire Shadow Daddy.
Maybe. Not sure. I have no idea what I'm getting into. I've literally read the first page and that's it. So
that's what I'm gonna do. Now I'm gonna Amazon that because I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of it either. Oh my God, all my messages are going off.
Hey, that's a good problem. And banana bread, that's a good problem. I hadn't heard of it. Yeah, I'm hoping I could finish this, and then I'm kind of sort of messing around with picking up Iron Flame, which I've been so deeply avoiding.
I stopped after 70 pages, so I can't say anything.
Don't tell me that.
I'm in the minority. I was not a fan of the first book, so I had fun when I read it. I gave it 4 stars when I read it, and then I sat on it, and then I gave it 2 stars after like 3 months of like sitting with it, which I don't know if that counts or not, but
it counts.
Onyx Storm is coming out, and I saw the pre-order, and I was like, do I pre-order this? And I was like, no, Ragan, you need to hold off because you did not finish the second book. But I was a little bit
I pre-ordered immediately before the picture was even up.
Did you get the Barnes & Noble one?
I ordered Amazon and Barnes & Noble.
Good.
No, he says, no, I like Fourth Wing was so polarizing. Like people either absolutely loved it or it really wasn't for them. Like it was just it was my favorite read of 2023. It was 5 stars. The favorite book I read last year. I read it in like 30 hours, the whole book.
Gosh. Just like sat and read it.
I couldn't put it down. And when I wasn't reading it, I was thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
So that has almost put me off of Iron Flame. Because when it came out, it was so like people were so harsh on it. And now I'm like,
yeah, I think maybe the harshness, and like chat, you can jump in here, but I feel like some of the harshness comes from the book 1 being so character driven. And then suddenly in book 2, what put me off was not the characters and like my complaints with them from book 1. It was like suddenly world building and politics and like armies and stuff. And I was just like, this isn't my vibe, but I don't know.
I'm scared. That makes me nervous though, because I think one of the things that like hooked me and kept me in Fourth Wing was like, I don't know what it was about those characters, but I just really connected with them. And if I'm hearing now that Iron Flame is not as character driven, I'm like, but maybe that's what I loved about it though.
Maybe it gets character driven. I stopped so early.
But I don't blame you though, because it's not like it's a little standard 250, 300 page book where like, whatever, I can power through 200 pages. It's like 600 pages long. If you're not into it, why waste that much time?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just too much time to waste.
I'll have to finish it at some point and do like a reaction video. Maybe I'll pick it up.
Yes, please.
Before the end of the year. Should we say hi to people? See who's come today. Hi, Shri Dreams and Words. I like that name. Oh, we know. Karina. Hi, Karina. Hey, Sophie. Good to see you. What are you reading tonight? Hey, Bethany. Good to see you back. What are you reading? Karina's reading. I'm reading a cowboy romance. Cash. Oh, I've not heard of Cash.
I just saw it on Instagram today. Carrie is reading that right now.
Okay.
That's the first time. That's funny.
It's hitting Johnny Cash to me.
Yeah.
So maybe it has to do with that. Smokey the Book Lover, also an awesome name. I'm in Iowa where it's currently 85. It feels like 90 and we're under heat advisory until 8 a.m. There's nothing worse than it being hot at night.
We had 86% humidity the other day, which like in Florida is standard, but in Connecticut, like no one could function. We were How are you supposed to sleep, let alone like do anything during the day? Oh my gosh. Easy.
Did you think that these men were the same people? Well, this one has pointy ears, so I'm thinking he's a fae. I don't know about this guy, but she's looking over there like, is there another daddy over there? I don't know.
This guy holds her face. She's like,
what is happening? I'm dying to get butterfly book boxes. You're so good at keeping up. I feel like I'm good at keeping up with their book boxes because I like their choices. If you don't know, Butterfly Book Club is a UK-based fantasy romance and romance book subscription. I think they do US as well. And it's rather new. They're pretty small, but I really like everything about them so far. I like their vibes. I like their prices. I like their books. So when something comes that I don't know, I'm just like, I'll just try it. I'll start it. So that's exactly what I'm doing tonight.
I'm going to go look theirs up because I'm thinking I'm canceling my Owl Crate and maybe I'll replace it with that.
It's good. I feel like you get one bonus bookish item, and I've liked the bonus item every time. And then their main like thing is that it's a book club as well. So you pop onto their like, I don't know, what is it? Where I can't think of the platform, but you basically have a huge chat with like 1,000 other readers at the same time, and you just like go through. It's like a big book club. I've not participated, but I think it's cool.
That's like kind of like an extra resource. I like that though.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna have to look into it. The only problem is I am part of some UK based book services, and the shipping to the US plus the VAT tax is asinine. Like it's so crazy. So I'm gonna have to look into that too. But
yeah, I hope that they do ship. And The Originals is my movie TV show. Oh my gosh, I love The Originals. I love The Vampire Diaries. And so the fact that it starts off with Klaus Michelson, was not expecting it. I'm a lover of Iron Flame. The world definitely expands in the book, and the cliffhanger is crazy. Okay, well, there you go, Lindsay.
Everyone, please just encourage me. I need validation because I won't do it.
Well, we've got some lovers of the book in here, so you need to give us your thoughts. Do a whole video on it. By the way, it's halfway through the last book in the School for Good and Evil series. I'm pretty sure it's a middle grade. Yes, I have heard of that. It looks really cute.
Look it up.
Yeah, I think you'll probably recognize the cover art, but I have always thought about, oh, maybe I would like that. It definitely looks like something I would have liked as a child. It looks super cute. School of Good and Evil.
Oh, yes, I have seen this. Oh, it's 6 of them. That's cool. Okay.
Sophie's reading, oh no, Hidden Beneath Embers on my TBR for the year. Can't wait to hear your thoughts. Well, I'll let you know how it gets on today. So if you're new here, we do 3 rounds of 45-minute sprints and with some chat between. So Lindsay and I are just going to be chatting. Feel free to jump in. And we'll just get going. I got to get this banana bread out of the oven or it's going to burn. So I'm going to pull up our focus here. And because it's summery, we're going to go with like ocean aesthetic and vibes instead of the fireplace tonight. I feel like that's it. So grab your snacks and your book and settle in. Let me just go ahead and mute us, and I will see you in 1 second. Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope that your first sprint went well. I'm just chasing my puppy right now. She's running around.
My kids just got home and came down. They went back to school shopping with my husband, so they came down to show me their new shoes right before.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. How did your first sprint go, Lindsay?
It went well. I read, so like the last 6 minutes, I was upstairs with my kids, but I read 40 pages.
Nice.
Not bad. How about you?
I read 35, so not bad. And it's good so far. The beginning kind of reminds me of Cinderella, like with a father and who dies with her evil stepmother. So that's interesting. I wasn't expecting like a retelling of something.
That's awesome. So you're liking it?
Yeah, I like it so far. I like the writing style. The pacing's good. I'm 35 pages in, and for just like diving into a book that I had no idea what I was reading, then it's pretty good. It's a solid start.
Awesome. Nicely done.
Yeah. Are you liking lessons in chemistry a bit better?
Yeah. I'm starting to like the female main character isn't irritating me as badly. Like I think some things have happened in the plot that have like humbled her and she's being nicer now. She turned me off. I didn't like her, but now I'm starting to appreciate her. So
I struggle with characters who I get irritated by. That's what usually makes me like DNF a book is I'm like, what is your issue? So
she's just you want to know what it's really exhausting in this book? Every single character is the most miserable person you will ever meet in your life.
Oh.
And she's so cynical and defensive and surrounded by such horrible people. It's kind of draining.
Yeah. Wow. Hopefully it gets better for you.
Yeah, it is getting better. Like I feel like maybe the whole point was she was surrounded by such misery that she absorbed it. And I think now some things are happening where maybe she's gonna pull herself out of it a little bit, hopefully. So.
Well, what are you over halfway done now? Was it like 200 pages?
Yeah, there's 202 pages. I'm sorry, 402 pages, and I'm on 203. So,
well, it could have been worse. so that's good.
The writing is still fantastic. Like, I'm really not trying. I'm not liking it. The writing is great. Bonnie Garvis can write. So,
yeah. Didn't they make a movie or is it a TV show?
I think wasn't it some sort of like streaming special or they're making it?
I swear that they were making something.
I think they are.
That's
going to be interesting to watch.
Oh, yeah. Season 1. It came out in 2023.
Now maybe I'll watch it after I finish the book.
Yeah, you should. And just see how it compares. A period drama on Apple TV Plus.
Well, you know how like reading it's so heavily dependent on like your interpretation in your head.
Yeah.
But when you watch it, the director and the actors and actresses are kind of like directing you more in. So I don't know. Maybe this is just the way that I'm perceiving it. Maybe I'm wrong and I'll watch the show and I'll be like, oh, maybe I was just perceiving it incorrectly. I don't know. They're miserable people.
Someone commented, Mood Reader. Hey, Mood Reader. I'm glad you're here. Mood Reader says I watched a TV show with Brie Larson. It was good, but not read the book. So.
Oh, Brie Larson played Elizabeth. I could see that. That's pretty good casting, actually. Okay.
How did everyone's reading go? Mood Reader made it to 21%. I love that you love the ocean ambiance. I find it kind of relaxing, actually.
It's my favorite.
It's really nice. Mm-hmm. I've never listened to ocean ambiance, and now I think it's a thing.
There's nothing better than sitting on the beach, listening to the waves, reading.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine myself in Florida, which is where I want to be. Smokey, the book lover, even during a live show, your boy still managed to interrupt your video.
It's so true. It's so true. This is not just wait, Smokey. They'll sabotage me at some point. They'll come down. Last night they kept calling me a nerd in the background. They'd like come downstairs and be like, "You're a nerd,"
and you're like, "You're right. I am a nerd. It's the best."
I'm not going to argue. I'm just saying.
Do they read? Do they like reading?
My older one, no. My older one hates reading. He complains about it. My younger one, a little bit. Like he read the Harry Potters and he has gotten really into like not like graphic novels, but like his like age appropriate ones. Like
Yeah.
he did the Dog Man series. He did like Captain Underpants.
Oh, I loved those.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were comics, weren't they? And they had
Yeah.
some books too, I think, when I was little.
Yeah, so he reads a little bit more, and he is much more interested in my reading. My older one could, my 14-year-old could not care less.
Yeah. He just hasn't found the book yet for him. He needs to find the book.
He actively hates reading. He'll come home when I pick him up from school and he'll be like, I have to read 20 pages this week. And I'm like, oh no.
You're like, what did my calculator tell me today? I have to read 400 pages today.
Yep. I was supposed to be done with this book like 4 days ago. So.
That's okay. That is okay.
Yeah.
Mood Reader says, I can't wait for your September TBR chaos, Lindsay. Yes, me too.
It is extra chaotic this month. Like I'm dead. I'm not even trying to be hyperbolic. Like buckle up. Like I'm changing everything.
Oh my gosh. Okay. If for those of you who don't know, but we're like small tonight. There's not many of us in the live, which is kind of fun actually, because we can like chit chat a bit more. Lindsay does the best TBR monthly videos. They're a full-on show. I put them on when I'm doing the dishes and like cleaning the house, and they're amazing. They're the most like intricate TBR like spins ever.
You're being too kind. Mood Reader
no,
is
I'm being serious.
Chaos. It's utter chaos. Organized chaos.
Mood Reader wants to know when it's going to be up, Lindsay.
Oh, okay. So here's the thing. I only do the amount of spins of the books I've read, which ends up kind of setting me up to increase the chaos to do this at the last minute right before the end of the month, because I'm reading down to the wire of the last day of the month so that I can spin more.
I love that.
Probably, what is there, 31 days? I'll probably film it on like the 30th and have it up on the 31st, but don't hold me to it. So
how many books have you read this month?
This one, let's count this as one because I'm hopefully gonna finish it today. 9, I think. God. No, 7.
You're a rock
8,
star.
something like that. Yeah.
Oh
How about you?
I think I've started 5, and I don't think I've finished any. Does it count?
I think so. You're reading.
Okay. It's true. I do read like 200 pages of a book, and then I'm like, oh, I'm not in the mood for that. So I'm gonna start a new one tonight. Like, no.
Why? Yeah, that's my that 100. So I have a rule. I am marking it as read and counting on Goodread if I've read over 150 pages. I don't care if it's an 800-page book. If I dedicated time to read 150 pages, for me, that counts.
150 pages can be a solid like 4 hours, really. Like, if you're just pacing it out. Yeah, I guess that counts.
And you're not required to love it. You're not required to like it. It still counts. You still read. That's the point. And if I dedicated my very valuable time, it counts. Sorry, it just does. That's my opinion.
I love that. I'm going to take that on board.
Yeah.
I should do that. My Goodreads says I'm like 12 books behind schedule, but I've started probably 15.
Go update it. It counts. I don't care what I know.
I'm going to do that tonight. It's going to say I'm way ahead of schedule now.
Thank you. But it's true because you're basically not getting credit for your time, and you're not required to love it and finish it. You're only required to read. That's it. It counts, in my opinion.
I love that. Okay.
I'm also a cheater.
Becky, hi Becky. Becky says I also keep starting new books instead of finishing the ones I'm always reading. It is my toxic reading trait, but according to Lindsay, it's not toxic at all. So
listen, I'm not the authority on it, but in my world, it counts. So
I'm gonna count it. I'm gonna start counting those books.
Becky, count them.
Yeah, Becky, count them. Mood Reader says, I've read 9 books this month. I DNF 2. I'm trying to finish 3 more before the end of the month. You got it. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. That is a solid reading month.
Break out those little novellas. You've got it. There's your 3.
Yeah. It's hard to find good novellas, but go on Kindle. There's probably tons of short.
Or like Murderbot series. Those are like novella sized, and I've heard they're decent. So
yeah. In other news, my banana bread may be the best banana bread I've ever baked.
I want to see it.
Oh gosh, it doesn't look great, but here's a piece.
That looks amazing.
Full of chocolate. It's so good.
I was thinking about making some honey cornbread. I don't know why, but that sounds really good right now.
Oh, it sounds so good. I've not had honey cornbread. I don't really get cornbread over here, but it is good. Sophie says I'm 80% into The Sands of Titan Book 3 in the Forgotten Kingdom series by Isabel Khalid, a fantasy romance. I don't know this book, but Sophie is the queen of fantasy romance, and I go and add everything she's reading to my TBR. So if I add something on Goodreads, it's probably because Sophie told me to.
During the beginning of our sprint, I added the Hidden Beneath the Embers to my KU library, and now I'm going to go look up this Forgotten Kingdom so that I don't forget.
Is this on KU?
It is.
Oh, thank God, because I don't know if you can see me sitting here struggling to hold it up with my little thumb because it's 600 pages long. It's so huge. Heavy. I'm going to download it on Kindle right now.
Yep, and there's a second book that's KU too.
Oh my gosh. Kindle Unlimited is the bomb. I think a lot of Butterfly Book Club's picks are indie. I think their whole thing is also indie books. So that doesn't surprise me that they're on Kindle Unlimited. That's great.
And the book Sophie is talking about is Kindle Unlimited too.
Okay, I'm going to add it
on there now too. If I don't do it now, I'll forget. Sorry.
Add that in there. I know. I'm doing now. Does anyone know, like, when you have to return books on Kindle Unlimited, but I highlight a bunch of passages with the intention of doing a reading journal this year. But if I return it, will those highlights go away if I bring it back to my library?
Oh, I don't know. I've never highlighted on my Kindle. I don't know.
I find it really easy to highlight passages. I never usually highlight books unless I'm annotating them for a video. But Kindle Unlimited, I'm just like, oh, I like that. I like that. I like that.
I have the Kindle Scribe, so it's like an iPad. It comes with the pen that you can highlight with, but I've never used it.
Oh, I like that. Ooh. Sophie says you'll find my Goodreads. Yeah, everyone go follow Sophie on Goodreads.
I think I do follow you on Goodreads, Sophie. I'm pretty sure.
She's the bomb.
She really is.
She's the best. Smokey said, I've read 3 or 4 so far. How far are you in Light Lark, Lindsay? I'm in the middle of chapter 42.
Finished it. Checked that one right off. Yeah, no, nice. I finished it. What are you thinking, Smokey? Because 42, you're over 3/4 of the way done. I think it has 56 chapters or something, 52 chapters.
Yeah, let us know. We were talking about Light Lark last week on lives and had some mixed opinions about it. Love you too, Sophie. Everyone should go grab a snack or a drink or whatever you want to do. We're going to start our second round of 45-minute sprints. We do 3 on Sunday evenings. Well, it's evenings for me, daytime over there in Connecticut for Lindsay. But every Sunday we do this. So come hang out. And it's the blast. I am going to do the ocean vibes again. Set the timer. Are we ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay. Let's dive in.
Noise canceling is key. So
nice. Yeah, my puppy's finally settled down to sleep, but she might come make an appearance in a bit.
So cute. Mine's up at the top of the stairs crying because he's too old to come down the stairs anymore.
Oh.
But he cries up at the top of the stairs until I say hi.
Oh gosh. He's too big to sit on your lap, isn't he?
He's 95 pounds. Yeah, he'll kill me. He's a big boy.
Normally I'll put Rainier on my lap while I'm doing these lives, but she's settling over there for now.
It's like, don't even look at her. Don't disturb her.
Sophie just said, I actually haven't read Light Lark, but it's sitting on my shelf. I've also heard mixed reviews. And of course, the whole TikTok drama when it was released. Yeah, the TikTok drama was a thing.
Ragan filled me in. I missed the whole drama because I'm not really great at social media, to be honest with you. And I missed I don't have TikTok. I think it was a marketing drama, controversy. I missed it, but yeah, it was mid.
It was mid.
I think I gave it 3.5. The end, it probably would have been a literally mid 2.5, completely average. For me, that's average out of 5.
Yeah.
But the end, those last couple of chapters were what? I need to know what
happened. That's good. That's good. Is it like it's good enough that you'll read the next one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's good.
So
I think
do
2
me a
are out.
favor. Instagram me your Goodreads because we're not friends and I can't find you.
Become friends.
Yes, I want to. I want to follow her because she gives the best recs.
She does. She absolutely does. One more comment quickly. Smokey says, I'm enjoying Light Lark, but I thought we were only going to read the chapters that you scheduled for that week.
About that. See, what happened was I ended up getting so invested in it. I went ahead after telling all 220 people in my group that I wasn't going to get invested and go ahead. So that's how that works.
You know what? You're on a roll. If the mood is striking, you have to just read the book.
It ended up being, it was on my Kindle and I was like not in the state. And then with the flooding that we had in our area, I wasn't traveling with a book. And I was just like, you know what? It was bringing me joy. So we were just going to do that. So there you go.
It.
But I'm done.
For you. All right, guys, let's grab our books and do our second round of 45 minutes. Sophie is saying that she's going to find you on Instagram.
Thank you. I need to follow you.
And let's pull up the ocean. Wish I was there. And I'm going to mute myself now. So I will see you guys in 45 minutes. Hi. Welcome back.
Hello. How'd you do?
Good. I like this book. It's definitely kind of a Cinderella retelling. Like she's sewing dresses and there's a ball at the castle, but like aside from those elements, it's not a Cinderella retelling. So I don't know. I like it. We've met this first guy with the red hair. So
Oh.
but yeah, and we have his perspective. So I'm guessing it's a love triangle. I'm assuming we're going to get all 3 POVs. So I'll see how that goes because love triangles are very hit and miss for me.
Me too. Who cares about the redhead? You just want to know about the shadow daddy.
I keep saying his name. Shadow Daddy is what I've named him because he just has his arms crossed, looking all possessive and broody. So yeah.
A fairy shadow daddy.
How was your sprint?
It was good. I read 38 pages.
Nice.
I'm like getting, oh, where's my camera? I'm like getting so close.
Yeah. You could finish that today.
Yeah, I have to finish it today. I'm like so behind, but
yeah, I'm just seeing how it goes. I will say though, like now that it's on Kindle Unlimited, that I know it's on Kindle Unlimited, I'll probably read this in bed tonight and just read a lot more. Rhaenyra, why are you crying?
Oh,
why are you crying?
Because she wants to be on camera.
She was snoring on my lap. I think the ocean lured her to bed. Oh, she went potty on her puppy pad, so she's getting a treat. Good girl, Rhaenyra.
Oh, why is it that we read so much faster, like on Kindle and on the phone? Like, I would love to know, like, the science behind that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. I read so much more quickly. How does everyone else feel about reading on their Kindle or ebooks? How did everyone's sprints go? A mood reader said, I made it to 38% of my book. Excellent. We love to see it. That ocean was kind of luring me to sleep there.
I know it can do that sometimes.
It's good though. I don't think I can go back to the fireplace. Next week it might be an ocean.
It's so good. And there are some that have like ocean. Well, okay. There's some that aren't my jam that are ocean waves with like the birds in the background.
Oh yeah.
The birds distract. I'm like, why are there so many birds? Like it distracts me. But I like also there's ones that are like ocean waves with like a crackling bonfire. So it's like both.
Okay, wait. That's cool. Is that on YouTube, like an ambiance, or is it Spotify?
Oh, I have a whole playlist of them. I can send you.
Please do. I've been going through the YouTube ambiances, and this week I've listened to pretty much every room in Hogwarts. I've listened to different ACOTAR. Like people have made their own ACOTAR, like the Night Court and like Valaris. So, it's so good. I did not know that existed, and people like have composed original music for this.
It's art.
Amazing. Yeah,
it's amazing.
It's
I
so
have
good.
to listen to it because my house is so loud and chaotic that I have to put in my noise canceling and have something like drowning in the background, like drowning it out.
You just need Rhysand's voice coming in.
That would be distracting for me. I'd be like, I can't read right now. Rhysand needs to talk to me.
Bethany agrees it's easier to flip through pages on a Kindle. Yeah, maybe. And because you're not like sitting there holding, I don't know. And I can see the little like, you have 5 pages left. I'm like, oh, well, then I can stay up and read 5 pages. And then 40 minutes later, I've read 30 pages. So it's easier to kind of get through that. Kitty Zero, hi. Slowly getting to the end of Daughter of Smoke and Bone, 88%. Nice. The ending is a big one. So
you're ahead of me. I know she told me last night she was reading that, and she's ahead of me because I'm reading that in September. How is it?
Oh, you haven't started it yet.
I haven't.
I read all of book 1.
Is it good?
I liked the Prague setting a lot. I liked the main character, and then I didn't care for the ending for one specific reason. And it's non-spoiler, but I think if I say it, maybe it'll ruin it for you. So when you finish the book, you'll have to just let me know, and then I'll tell you what the one thing was that I was like, meh.
I didn't even know there's a little novella that you're supposed to read next. What is it? Like something, I'm gonna get this so wrong. Something like Cake and Puppets or something?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it's a graphic novel.
Is it? Because we're
I
reading
think so.
we're reading that. We're reading Daughter of Smoke and Bone and the Cake and Puppets thing in September.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I think it's a graphic novel. I did not read that. I ended up just like giving those books on to another booktuber to read because she really likes them. But I wouldn't be opposed to like going back to the series. And they're very, very well loved. And there's lots of really beautiful editions of that series.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Lily. Good to see you. I'm reading The Rise and Fall of Ava Arcana by Jennifer Banish, loosely based on Lady Gaga.
Oh,
And wait, what?
what?
What is this?
If you know, you know. I don't know.
I don't know either. You're gonna have to let us know.
This is getting a search immediately.
I feel like we've just been thrown into a deep dive of some kind. I am not aware. Okay.
Really? Did you just open my world? What is happening?
What is
Rise
this?
and Fall?
Is this fan fiction? Is this a published novel? I need to know a little bit more. Smokey said, but is your current Shadow Daddy going to be better than Zayden and Azriel? Listen, my like Shadow Daddy of all Shadow Daddies is Cassian.
Ooh, okay. I'm a really sand girl.
I love him. I love him so much.
He is a good one.
He is my boy. My husband's staring at me like, why did you say my name? You don't have bat wings.
I don't want bat wings.
I'll tell my husband about all my book boyfriends and he'll just be staring at me. Then he'll be like, oh, no, keep it coming. Tell me more. I love hearing them.
I love that. I recently was editing my House of Flame and Shadow spoiler reading vlog, which you shouldn't watch because you haven't read it.
I didn't. I was so disappointed in you. I was like, Ragan posted. And then I was like,
I know. I know. It's you, but I made it for you. So when you read it, you can come in. But in that video, and I didn't remember this because it was like 8 months ago, and there's footage of me just telling my husband who didn't want to listen. I was like, this is happening and this is happening. And that means that this is happening and this is happening and this is happening. And he was just like, but I had to tell someone. I need to talk about it.
My favorite is my husband will be playing Call of Duty. And I said this last night. He'll play with like the stupid headset on, right? And I walk in the room and I'm like, I've never been less attracted to you than I am right now with this stupid headset. But I'll go, babe, take your headset off. I got to tell you something. And he'll shift it back and I'll start talking to him and you'll just see him go. Like, my favorite you and Christian moment in your videos was when I'll never forget it. You were reading Penelope Douglas and you were so offended by her choice of music in that book. And you were like, no, I need to talk to Christian about this. You were like, did you listen to this song? Did you listen to this?
So funny. Yeah, I read a 2010 Penelope Douglas book. Why, I don't know. It's not my thing. And I was, because Christian is English, so sometimes we didn't grow up knowing the same things or the same music or watching the same shows or whatever. And so I was like, I do not know all these popular pop culture references. And that was so funny. He knew some of them and didn't know some of the others.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't. I did not know all of them. Yeah, I won't read it, Penelope Douglas.
I feel like I tried to read one and I was like, it wasn't like a hard no for me. I was just like, not the right time for this. Maybe I'll come back to it.
Oh my gosh. Lily said that we need to look it up because look at our channel flag.
It's limited.
It's what?
It's KU.
Is it? Okay. I'm gonna, after this sprint ends, Lily, I'm gonna go look it up. Thanks for sharing that. There's some lore there that I was not aware of. Kitty says Night of Cake and Puppets looks like a short book with lots of illustrations. Okay. So not quite a graphic novel.
Mm-hmm.
Sophie just finished her book. Prob's gonna start A Flame Under the Moon next.
Here I go.
Yeah. Wait. Pause.
Sophie, you're amazing.
Yeah. Under the moon.
The Witcher meets From Blood and Ash.
Sold.
What?
Sold.
There's so many books in so little time in my life.
I know.
This is going right on my list. Actually, I'm going to buy it and purchase.
A Flame Under the Moon. I'm gonna have to look it up and see if it's on Kindle.
Okay.
Amazing. Thanks for that, Sophie. Adding to the TBR. Smokey said Cassian is my favorite as well, but I guess didn't realize he had to be considered a shadow. Oh, see, I think my definition of shadow daddy is broad. Yeah. It's just any man with big muscles, probably tattoos, some kind of darkness or broodiness about him. Usually a warrior.
Lifestyle.
Yeah,
it's like a shadow daddy lifestyle, right? It's like. Wait, what did my kids say? It's a riz. If they could hear me. My 14-year-old would be mortified right now.
I am not cool apparently because I've never heard that word.
It's a vibe. Is that
it's
what
a vibe? I say vibes. It's a vibe, but
go.
I don't know. I'm on that close to that
shadow daddy riz
section. Riz. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yeah, so a shadow daddy. They're all shadow daddies. The 3 Bat Boys are all shadow daddies, in my opinion. And Hunt from the House of Sky and Breath, Crescent City series, also shadow daddy.
Xaden is though too. Xaden's for sure shadow daddy vibes.
Absolutely. Yeah. I only read books with shadow daddies, which is why I'm like, I don't know who this guy is. I think he's a wolf daddy. So. I don't know. He doesn't have the shadows, but this definitely is like werewolves, witches, vampires. Like, I got that vibe. So I think he's a wolf.
I'm into it.
I'm into it too. We'll see how it goes. Kitty said I went into Daughter Smoke and Bone blind, so I was confused, but I'm enjoying it.
I'm going into it completely blind.
I think that's the way to do it. I don't think I knew anything about it either. I rarely read the back of books now. Only when I'm like hauling books in a video, I'm like, I should read the back of this before I.
I'm more likely to look at like the categorization of it. Like I want to know like the like genre and tropes more than like what it's exactly about.
Yeah. I think I do that too. And that's how I'm like kind of sold on books on Instagram.
Yep.
Like people put the tropes and I'm like, okay, yeah, I like that. So we said I started it before but need to get back into it. Please also add Songbird of the Sorrows. Okay, everyone, grab your Goodreads and your Kindle, pull out your wallets.
Keep them coming, Sophie. Keep them coming.
Songbird of the Sorrows. Okay, I'm gonna actually go on Kindle now.
Yep.
But the thing is, Sophie, I have like 4 other books that I need to read that you recommended to me. So how do I prioritize this?
4. Though that's keep them coming. She needs more than 4. She needs 400 like me.
Songbird of the Sorrows is on Kindle Unlimited. Okay, great. Downloading. Thanks.
Okay, ready? Here's my thing again. So the other one was The Witcher meets From Blood and Ash. Supposedly, this is The Bridge Kingdom X Throne of Glass X Trial of the Sun Queen.
Stop. Have you read Trial of the Sun Queen?
No, I own all of them. And Nisha Tooley sent me the arc for the 3rd one, but I haven't read any of them.
Oh my God. I loved the 1st and 2nd one. They were my top 2 books of, I guess, last year. Like, I loved them. And I have the 3rd one. My mom went to a signing in St. Louis, and she got it signed for me. And it says, like, to Ragan. And it's sitting over there on my shelf, but I haven't read it yet because I don't remember everything that happened. So I need to kind of do a brief refresh. But I loved those books. So Throne of Glass, Trial of the Sun Queen, and what was the other one?
Throne of Glass, Bridge Kingdom, and they also threw in with a little bit of Spark of the Everflame.
I haven't read that, but also on my TBR.
And Bridge Kingdom.
Love Bridge Kingdom.
I have, so Trial of the Sun Queen is one that's left on my 24 and 24 list. So I want to read it.
The 2nd one is even better. I gave them both 5 stars, but the 2nd one was even better. Shadow Daddy's in there as well. Shadow Daddy's everywhere. So
good. Is this like a good, like a Cassian level Shadow Daddy?
When I read it, I was like, yeah, he's my favorite of all time. But Cassian, he owns my heart. So
Fair enough. It's a high bar. I get
yeah. She says to pick it up if you don't finish Flame or finish Flame soon.
I need everyone to bully me into reading this. Do you have any idea how long this has been like on multiple TBRs and I just get too scared and talk myself out of it? I need to be bullied is the problem.
Yeah, we just need to all flood your comments with
It, like really mean. Just be really mean about it.
Zayden's waiting for you.
I love him. He's right up there for me too. Like he's with Shadow Daddy vibes. He's right up. Recent, like for me, I very highly doubt anyone's going to beat him for me. But I don't know. Zayden was pretty good.
He definitely hit the bar of Shadow Daddy.
You want to know what's bothering me about him? I'm like so into him, but I'm like, isn't this a high school?
Yeah. Yeah, they're younger. They're younger.
I keep being like, oh wow, that was a really good chapter, but his age is very vague for me.
Amy, I know. I thought the same thing when I read The Crimson Moth.
Yes.
And did you read that one?
I have it. I didn't read it yet.
It's okay. Fairyloot sent it out in their YA book box. I was like, the
it's
whole
in
time.
YA Barnes too.
Yeah, 12 to 17 or something online.
No.
No.
Okay.
You should have aged them up to 25. You know, I would have been more comfortable, but I was just like the same thing. Like he's 18 or 17 or whatever. And I was like, there's some steamy scenes going on. And I'm like, oh gosh, getting flustered. Like, this
it's like,
is not a YA book.
You're cute. Like,
yeah.
Like, Zayden doesn't give me like, oh my God, he's so cute vibes.
No.
He's like broody and shadowy. And I'm like, I don't know where these people go to high school, but
yeah. That's so funny. Oh, Sophie wants me to read To Flame a Wildflower. Yeah, I do need to read that, Sophie.
She went Iron Flame.
Yeah, I do need to read that. She's been pushing me to read that.
I have I was just showing the page in Wick of To Bleed a Crystal Bloom special edition last night. It's because it's so beautiful and it stares at me on my shelves. I want to read it so bad.
So good. It's my favorite book of the year so far. Yeah. Shadow Daddy's in there as well.
You need to do like a best. I think you should do a video of the best Shadow Daddies.
How would I rate them?
You could find a way. Bracket them. Do just a Shadow Daddy bracket, like Super Bowl style.
Like a PowerPoint presentation. Mm-hmm. I should. Would anyone watch it?
Yeah.
I would have a lot of fun making it.
I'll watch it.
I should do. It's like my fantasy football league, but for Shadow Daddies.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, that's the project for this month. That's hilarious. But I just think of all the Shadow Daddies I haven't read about yet.
Then be like, and these ones have potential.
Right, that's true. Potential Shadow Daddies. That's hilarious. Okay, I will be stealing that idea.
Do it. I'm so excited.
Smokey said, have either of you heard a special thing for readers for 2025? How it was 24 books in 2024. Oh, you mean like challenges for the year? Mm-hmm. I haven't like heard of anything specific. I know that most booktubers do like top 24 books I want to read this year, or top 24 most anticipated releases. Hi, baby. What, do you want to sit on my lap? No, I'm not going to chase you right now.
A 25 and 25 list. I haven't heard of anything specifically 2025 yet, but one thing that I've seen popping up, I also do my like bracket, my tier maker at the end of the year for all the books that I read that year. And then I do like a TBR for the next year, which is my 25 and 25. And then I've also seen like bookshelf scavenger hunts lately. And I would be interested in doing one with like my 2025 releases. So
I like that.
Yeah.
Bookshelf hunts are like OG booktube videos. I used to watch those like in 2017. Everyone was doing them. I've never done one because I didn't like have a library I guess I could do it with, but I could definitely do that now. That's kind of fun.
I want to do a scavenger hunt, but the problem is, like I said, I'm a cheater, and if one is one that I don't want to read, it's very pigeonholed.
Yeah, I'm a cheater too.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone remembers, but I made a Bookopoly board for this year, and I rolled once in January. And every time I've gone to film another Bookopoly roll, I end up cheating because I don't want to read the books that I land on. So I just X the video. I'm just like, I'm not doing it this month.
Story of my life. Do you have any idea? I will put my hand on a Bible right here. I've never done it, but do you have any idea how many times I've spun in my TBR videos? And I'm like, if I just didn't put this in the video, no one would know. Like,
your integrity is amazing.
I swear on everything. I have
I believe it,
cheated, but I've wanted to. And I'm like,
you know, big roles.
That's it. I'm like, why cheat? I don't actually have to read these books. Like, I don't put that much pressure on myself. So I'm like, okay, great. And I say it in the video. I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not gonna read this. So,
yeah.
Like, I'm just not going to. But.
Yeah, well, you have such a good perspective on it because you're the only booktuber I know who doesn't do like punishments. Like, if you read 10 books and you get to do 10 rolls, like, it's always a reward, and that's the way you got to do it. Because what's the point for fun?
I'm not. Just one thing you will learn about me is I am a rebel. Like, if I think there's a punishment involved, my goal is now to get the punishment. Like, it irritates me. I can't do it.
I love that. We have a few more comments. So we said To Bleed a Crystal Spoon is my favorite all-time 6-star forever in love series.
You guys are killing me.
It's so good, and like not enough people read it. I feel like it's pretty niche in the fantasy romance, or it's not as talked about. I don't know, but favorite book of the year. So it's good.
Have you guys seen the Page and Wick edition of it?
No. Special edition? Because I do need to buy physical copies of these books. I've only read it, the first and second one, on Kindle Unlimited. So,
okay, you ready?
Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god, I think I did see this.
And it came with like a candle, but like, look at the art.
Oh my god, I need it. I'm gonna have to look on eBay for this. That is gorgeous.
It's so pretty, and it comes with a candle as well every month. But she's doing Where the Moon Hatched too for them.
I'm saving that book because I know I'm gonna also be obsessed with it. I'm gonna finish Flame, the third book in this series, then I'll dive into When the Moon Hatched. But oh gosh, wow, I need that. So you have the book for yourself, so you need to start that.
Yep, and I bought it because I'm weird.
It's so good. Smokey says, adding Crimson Moth to my TBR, give me all the spice. Honestly, so good. Sophie says it's the spiciest YA book you will ever read. Correct.
Just pretend they're 20. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, it's an adult book. I would not give this to a 13-year-old at all. At all. It was very good. And this is
intriguing me more.
Yeah. It's
oof.
I was like, oh gosh, but it's great. Shadow Daddy bracket video, yes. So Rhaenyra, relax. Rhaenyra, it's okay. It's okay. Sophie said I made a 2024 TBR video, and I know I haven't read most of them. Yeah, they're just fun to make.
Yep. I have 15 left on mine, so it's not gonna happen, but whatever.
At least you're keeping track. I haven't looked at mine.
It's just a note on my phone.
Mood Reader says, love you for keeping it real, Lindsay.
Yeah. There's really no other option. Like, you get humbled really quick.
Sorry,
she's like, pay attention to me.
I know she's being a little guard dog right now, not realizing she weighs 8 pounds and is a puppy.
See, I have the opposite. I have a 95-pound dog that is terrified of everything.
Oh, she's terrified too. She just feels like a queen sitting up here in her tower.
So cute.
I'll have to go get her in a minute. She keeps barking. I own every copy of To Bleed a Crystal Bloom. I have no regrets. That's where I want to be. Kitty says, I let my daughter pick a book. If I don't read all my books on my TBR, I consider it to be a fun punishment versus like a punishment. That's so good.
I could get down with that.
I like that. But I'm going to go get my puppy.
Oh, I guess she's the cutest puppy on planet Earth. She's so sweet. I wish I could get my dog, but he won't walk down the stairs. The real star of the show.
Rhaenyra, say hello.
She's so cute.
You're
Hi.
being too loud. Say hello.
She's so cute. She's gotten so big.
I know. She's fully grown now. Here she is.
I love their tiny little legs. It's so cute.
Oh my gosh, Rhaenyra. She was snoring. She was snoring on my lap when I was reading. It was so cute. Smokey said, I want to make a bookopoly board, but I know I want to stick to everything I claim I'll read.
That's
yeah. Okay. I just have to do what Lindsay does, just be like, fuck it, it's fine. And
It's
just
not that serious. It's
Not
really not, like you said, it is not that serious.
yeah.
You are fed and happy at the end of the day. Who cares? It's just supposed to be for fun.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. It's just for fun. And it is what it is. And if I don't read it, I don't read it. Whatever. Who cares?
I love that because I don't do well with challenges.
I can't. If you gave me a list of 5 books and said you have to read this or else, I promise you I won't. I'll read everything about those 5 books.
Yeah, I'll find every way to not do it.
Nope.
Does not hit for me. Sophie says Bloom is def a more niche book in the genre, but I think it's because of the writing, the pacing, and the depth won't hit for a lot of people. Ooh. Yeah, I agree with this, and I feel like diving into Crystal Bloom, it's very character driven, but the author I think is very exceptional because she's writing and weaving things in, and it's kind of one of those stories that you need to just pay attention and then you're going to figure it out. You're going to start piecing things together. To me, it's kind of a strange comparison, but I compare it to Game of Thrones. If you've watched Game of Thrones, you know how you're watching an episode and like you don't know this world and these characters, but like you're following through their eyes and then you figure out the world. It's kind of like that. That's how I see it. It's really good.
I'm a character-driven reader, so I'd probably enjoy that more.
Me too. Thank you. she's my baby. She's
cute.
Yeah, hi. Well, we have one more round of 45-minute sprints if everyone's down to hang out and read just for a little bit longer. And then we'll do one final chat before we head off. We do these every Sunday here on my channel. So if you're around and you have, even if it's not 3 hours, like I make your 3 hours so that people can kind of pop in and out. And that I actually hold myself accountable and get the reading done. Otherwise, I'll scroll on my phone and I'll mark a TBR list and then not read the books. So yeah, we're going to start that now. Put the ocean vibes on if everyone's ready to go and read another 30 to 40 pages. Okay, so I'll see you in 45 minutes. Bye. Oh my gosh. Hi.
Hi. Hold on.
You guys, this book is good. Uh-huh.
Hello, people on the live stream.
Sorry. What's up? How far did you get?
I got to page 103. So I read
Wow.
14 pages, and literally as the timer was going off, Shadow Daddy has entered the chat. So I'm like,
That's awesome. Is he a good one so far?
so far we've just got his description, but I was like, he's here. He's arrived. And I really like this author throwing in like a little bit of a Cinderella twist.
Ooh.
It's good. I like it. Did not expect it. And they're at the ball, and Shadow Daddy has just entered. So good vibes so far going in blind. How was your sprint?
Awesome, actually. So I read, stole my phone. I'm on page 278 now. So I just have a little sliver left, which means that I read like 115 pages in total.
That's amazing.
It was awesome. So yeah, great.
Wow.
I'm not loving it. This book is not for me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's not for me. It's
Are you
just
gonna push through?
Yeah, I might as well. I mean, I have like 115 pages left. And like it's like I said, the writing's decent. And I just keep these are hands down the worst human beings I've ever read about.
What is Lessons in Chemistry about? It sounds like a love title, doesn't it? Like it could be a rom-com, but it's not.
It's not at all. It's a lit fic.
Okay.
Like one sentence description. It takes place between the 50s and 60s, and our female main character is like trying to break the like standard woman role, and she wants to be a scientist, and people want her to be a housewife, and she's basically just getting criticized and told to do something different throughout the entire book. But it is a cast of characters that are hands down just the worst people you will ever read about. And it has created her into such a cynic, and she's just miserable. And everyone in the book is just miserable.
Ugh,
miserable.
I couldn't read that.
I'm sitting here.
You gotta root for someone.
This girl has some bad karma, because there is not a single person that enters this woman's life that's like, I don't know. And she is just a cynical person. So I mean, it's just not for me. I don't know.
That's okay.
Yeah, not for me.
Okay. I'm interested that it was picked up to be a miniseries. It got a lot of awards. I remember seeing it get like, I don't know all the award names, but like Book of the Year and stuff, which is interesting.
Yeah, it got the Barnes and Noble Book of the Year.
Oh, good.
And like I've said, because I really want to drive this point home. The writing is good.
Yeah.
I appreciate the writing. I think it's just like I'm not the right audience for this type of story. So
hopefully the author has some other stuff and different vibes out.
Yeah.
We have some new friends that joined in the last sprint. Hey Dana, I'm late to the party. I hope you've been having a great time. We've been having a great time. It's been so much fun having Lindsay on, and I'm not just like chatting to myself. I get to talk to a real person.
That's true.
It's been awesome. Harriet came in during the last sprint. Hi, Harriet. It's good to see you. Hope everyone's reading is going well. Let us know what you guys are both reading and where everyone got to in this last sprint. Sophie read 2 chapters of A Flame Under the Moon. Good vibes so far, Sophie.
Cool.
How is it going? Smokey said, love that your kids showed up again, Lindsay. Honestly, I was like, we're running out of time here for them to make an appearance. And
it had to like pat me on the head like I'm a dog.
Well done. Good job. Yeah. Keep going.
The other one stole my phone, so God knows. But.
Sophie said, it's so great that you can read such different genres. 98% of the books I read are romantasy, which are what my brain and mood always crave. Same. I'm in that same boat. So yeah, I think that's awesome that you can just kind of dip your toe into different things and just give it a try.
don't get me wrong, romantasy is my preference. Like it's my favorite. So I like other things. I'll read anything you put in my hands, really. But my favorite genre is romantasy too. So I'm not that very
Yeah. I've always loved romantasy before it was like called romantasy. It was just, I don't know, fantasy to me. But I will read a great historical fiction book. I will read historical nonfiction.
Yeah, you love like Anne Boleyn and stuff like that.
Love it. I love history. I would like to read some mysteries this spooky season. I'd like to do some of those murder stories you were talking about, or like cozy mysteries, and maybe a couple of thrillers. We'll see where I get, but I would like to try something because I do have a couple. I have The Guest List by Lucy Foley. I got that one secondhand, and I have I can't think of the name of it, but it's a famous author who has a few out, has a wolf on the cover. It's red and white. Can't think of it. I think it's about like an old man or maybe like a retirement group, and they like solve mysteries in their spare time, but then they end up like actually solving crimes.
Is it Robert Thorogood?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's not the Marlowe Murder Club, or it might be it's Richard Osman, the Thursday. Yes. I know exactly what you're talking about. I think the UK cover is a little bit different than the US cover, but you got me with the wolf. Yeah, no, I know it's it's Robert Osman, I think is his name.
Yeah, I just see that everywhere, and I also got a secondhand, so I was like, might as well try something new. We'll see how that goes.
Try The Last Word by Taylor Adams. That's the only mystery that like really has been like worth it for me.
Okay. Yeah. Remind me, I'll put that in my Goodreads. Hi. Is it Gia? I hope I said that correctly.
Hey, girl.
Noel. I'm on chapter 10, page 86 in Summer Romance by Annabelle Monaghan. I've also not heard of this book.
She reads Nora Goes Off, or she writes Nora Goes Off Script.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And everyone should go and watch Gia's channel too, because she's literally adorable and she does really cute bookish content too. And she's so sweet.
Oh my gosh. And we have a fellow booktuber in the chat. Okay, I'll definitely go check out your channel after this. Thanks for coming in and reading with us. Kitty said IDNF daughter Smoke and Bone because I was just bored. We'll reach
like 90%.
You were 88%, I think, last time we chatted. Because I heard if you don't vibe with this trilogy, you might like Strange the Dreamer more.
Ooh, this is juicy.
I haven't read Strange the Dreamer, but I also know those covers. I think it's a duology.
Yeah. And Muse of Nightmares, I think. Can I just say that I am so like impressed and in love with her confidence in DNFing after 88%. I need to have that. Like, and now I'm starting to think to myself, like, maybe I won't push through the rest of this. Like, she's kind of inspiring me. Like, why would I don't know.
Yeah. You could start To Bleed a Crystal Bloom instead today.
I really could. No, you're supposed to be encouraging me to read Iron Flame.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Sorry. Read Iron Flame.
No, now I want to read Crystal Bloom.
I want you to read Iron Flame just so I can watch your video and like watch your reactions so that you can read it and I don't have to. Or yeah, that's basically it. I want you to tell me what happens.
Thank you.
Sophie says she's intrigued with her two chapters. Angry Warrior Princess vibes at the moment. Love it.
Ooh, okay.
Literally every book I read.
Little
Kitty switched to Powerless by Lauren Roberts and enjoying the vibes and the banter. Mm-hmm. You like that book, and I think you read the novella, right?
Yeah, and then I just got the Physical Reckless, but I had it on my Kindle too. It was good. It's good, and it's very, I appreciate her effort with it being her debut. I think she has some room for some stylistic growth, some prose growth, some pacing growth, but like give her some grace. It was her first book. That's incredible. Yeah. So
the pacing was the reason I stopped reading it, but she has like a really good foundation. So if she comes out with another series, I would try it for sure.
I preferred the novella.
Did you? Mm-hmm. Okay. That's something to keep in mind. I saw, is it Reckless that came out?
Yeah, that's the second book. Yeah, Reckless.
Is it the same cover in the US?
It's just basically a different color. It's just
Oh, is it?
Mhm.
I saw Reckless at the store the other day, and Powerful is a white cover here, like the novella.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So it's slightly different.
Yeah, it's just
I
like
think ours is red.
Yep. This is the Barnes & Noble exclusive. I think the regular other edition is purple, like purple flowers.
Oh. Just all the editions. I need them all, honestly. Smokey said, I read from page 1 to page 47 in What You Wish For by Catherine, centered during all 3 sprints. Awesome.
I like Catherine Center. It's very like easy, cute. It's such a good like feel good book. Like her writing is very easy. I like it.
I like that too. Hi, Mood Reader. Mood Reader says DNF is self-care, Lindsay. I agree.
It's true. That is true.
If it's not a vibe, don't force it. To Bleed a Crystal Bloom, we're gonna push for that too. Don't be afraid to DNF a book if you're not enjoying it. This was a lesson I had to learn the hard way.
I know. You want to know what it is for me? It's not even like afraid, like, because I encourage everybody else to DNF, but I'm just really, I get so invested in the characters. I'm really hoping that this poor woman finds some happiness. I just hope that at the end I'm like, oh, it was all worth it because now she's happy.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I
Well,
won't.
I'll be waiting on eggshells to find out if you finish it.
Yeah.
Sophie says Powerless seems like another book that is YA, but should be new adult. I haven't read it, but it's just going off of art and vibes. Do you agree with that? I only made it 120 pages.
So there's no physical spice. I think there might be, I'm trying to remember because I read it last. I think there's like a kiss, but nothing like super egregious. However, one of the things that really irritated me, like the banters, but in like kind of a cringy way for me. Like maybe if
banters.
It's bantering, but like it's kind of cringy. And the only argument I would make is that if I had a daughter who was in like a middle schooler, like that 12 to 17 vibe, I would kind of be like, I don't think any 15, 14-year-old is talking like this. It is a little suggestive, but besides
oh my gosh, that reminds me of something my mom told me the other day, because she's an art teacher, and I guess she was talking about books or something, and one of her students, I think she teaches like K through 5, so I'm guessing 5th grade, this said that she was reading, oh my god, Katie Roberts, and my mom was like, Regan, isn't that an adult book? And I was like, yes.
I don't think she's done anything kid appropriate.
No, not at all. I was like, you need to suggest X, Y, and Z. She should be reading like Percy Jackson.
But I think if your parent isn't a reader, like,
yeah, how would you know?
I'm browsing around Barnes & Noble and the little girls I see like in the smutty section, I'm like, and if your mom's not a reader, or like I'll see them pick up a book that I know is smutty and they're cute little covers. You know what I'm saying? Like you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
No.
The biggest travesty I ever saw was at Waterstones Piccadilly here in London. I don't know what was going on, but it was House of, what's the first one? Crescent City 1.
Earth and Blood?
Earth and Blood, yeah. It was on the kids' spotlight table. Stacks of them next to like Amari in the Night Queen or whatever, like little kid books. And I was like, first of all these booksellers should know that Sarah J. Maas is an adult author. Yeah. So I actually went up and I was like, just so that you know, I think there's been a mistake because there's a Sarah J. Maas book on the table. And they're like, oh, okay, we'll look into it or something. I was just like, all these children, like it's the biggest bookstore in the UK. So like all these children are here, and I'm like, they can just pick up this book and be like, look, I want to get this. I was like, why is that there? Odd.
Yeah, no. First of all, Piccadilly Circus, I love it, and it's hands down one of the greatest location names ever.
Yes,
that's the greatest. Who doesn't want to go to Piccadilly Circus? And second of all, they absolutely knew. Come on,
they're probably trying to sell more books.
Yeah, or just be like edgy. I don't know.
strange.
I haven't read it yet. I'm still making my way through Throne of Glass, but yeah,
You can imagine.
Sarah J. Maas, yeah.
No, so strange. Sophie said, I don't do enough either, usually because I just read romantasy. I'll always almost like some of the elements of the book that I will pick up in the genre. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, if it's the tropes that we gravitate towards, yeah, I can see that it'd be easy to not do enough.
You're just pre-screening your books well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, she gives the best recs, so
yeah.
Yeah, you kind of know what's good and what you're not gonna like, and just avoids what you're not gonna like. Smokey says, Lindsay, have you thought about doing live sprints on your page and inviting others like this to sprints? Lindsay,
I have thought about it. I haven't made any moves to do it though. Like Ragan's so brave. It really, like, I'm not even trying to be a blowhard. I'm really not. But she deserves so much credit because this is it's difficult to do. It really, really is. And it's always difficult to put yourself out there on YouTube. Like Gia and I have talked about this a little bit. It's always hard to put yourself out there on YouTube, but doing something like this live for an audience is really, really hard and it's intimidating. So I give Ragan like serious props.
Oh, you're so
I have
nice.
thought about it and I'm just not as brave as Ragan, but I'm thinking about it.
Thank you. That means so much. It is a little bit scary. I can understand why like the big channels with like 100,000 subscribers have to do like private live streams because I don't know how they could possibly go online and just
they can't. It would be a circus. They just couldn't. Yeah. It has to be like behind a paywall or Patreon or something because I
feel lucky that we have like such a good community. Like we have regulars that come in every Sunday, don't we? So we all kind of like get to know each other and give good book recs, and we all read different stuff. I expected when I started this that everyone was going to be reading romantasy, and I quickly learned that that's not the case. People just want to be with other readers and chat, and like it's such a solitude thing, but it doesn't have to be. And I love that. That's why I love doing Sunday sprints. So if you ever want to brave it, Lindsay, I'm here for you.
Oh, thank you.
Totally. Sophie says, OMG, don't get me started on people being okay with kids, teens books reading 18 plus just because they read similar books when they were that age. Yeah.
No.
I feel like we had we didn't have this issue because there wasn't social media. So I would just go into Barnes & Noble not having seen the book or heard about it anywhere, and would just go to the YA section, and pretty much everything that was on the shelf would have been okay for me to read. Now I feel like with book talk and stuff, like my little sister just graduated from high school, and like her whole high school years, she knew about all of these adult books. And I was like, you don't really like, you should go try this. So yeah, I feel like we didn't have that issue. But being a reader, hopefully my future children will want to read, and I can be like, read this, here, look at your mom's library.
Exactly. But it's the same as like movies. Like some of the movies, my son is in 5th grade. He's going into 5th grade next week. Oh my God. He's going into 5th grade. And some of the movies that I even hear kids watching, you have to pre-screen everything. Like you just do. It's just the way it is. And you're not reading a book unless I've pre-screened it, because you never know what's in it anymore. I think that, I don't know, maybe it is because of social media, but I didn't remember ever my parents having to worry about books I picked up when I was younger, and I've always been a reader.
Yeah, my mom wants to add books to her classroom library, but said that she's not, because she has to read the books first.
You do.
She just doesn't want to put anything in there. I'm like, yeah, you just don't know.
No, my kids don't have to watch any movies until I've watched them.
That's good. That's a good mama. You're a good mama. Sophie says, kudos to you both. My channel is almost dead. Well, Sophie, you need to post. Just post one.
Do it. How do you give legitimately some of the best recommendations? Like I would eat everyone will watch it.
Everyone. You don't need to be fancy. Have you seen my channel?
We don't do fancy.
We don't do fancy over here in this corner.
No.
Yeah, like your Instagram recs are fire. So you just need to sit down in front of the camera and just be like, read these 10 books and you're good.
Sophie, my last 2 videos started with my hair dripping wet, and I was like, hey guys, you either get me disheveled or a video. You can't have both. Like I can't and I'm never like, people like, okay, this actually, Ragan, you're guilty of this. like Ragan always looks nice.
I don't, but thank you.
No, you come on, you're wearing like that beautiful, that gorgeous, like red and black. It almost looks like a corset top.
Oh my gosh, yes, it's my favorite top. Yeah,
And
that's my fancy top. I want to feel good.
And I'm like, I'm not even gonna say what I was just gonna say. I look like I just rolled out of bed most of the time because I have, and I'm like, you can either get a video or me get dressed. You can't have both at the same time. So
I love it. It's so real. Like this is not a full time hair and makeup thing. Yeah, that was so funny. You started your last video like, so we're starting a video with my hair wet again. And it was like
2 videos before
and then
that,
it slowly dried over the next 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 videos before that, I was like, listen, my hair's wet, but my coffee's made. And somebody commented, my hair is wet, but my coffee is made. You should be your theme song. I'm like,
It should be. That should be your tagline.
Yeah.
She's booked and busy. Hair's wet, but coffee's made.
I had to make a choice on the coffee one, guys. Sorry.
Coffee will always win. Kitty says, Sophie, I just do that for my channel for fun with my kids. It's just fun.
They're so cute.
Do some videos. I concentrate on more on my Instagram. Yeah, well, your Instagram is fire.
Yeah, it is.
As it should be. It should deserve all the recognition because it's great. Thanks.
Yes.
I don't always feel that way, so that's really nice. Yeah, share your Instagram handle. I think it's just at Sophie Reads. Oh yeah, Blondie Reads.
Blondie Reads. Yeah.
Lindsay, this has been the best lives forever.
I agree.
So excited and honored and humbled that you said that you would do this with me when I voice messaged you a few months ago. Like, can you please do this with me? It's just been so much fun. So please do it again with me.
Anytime.
And I made so many new friends tonight in the chat that have come over from your channel, which is amazing. I need to go check out, is it Gia's channel? And this has just been the best. So I hope that everyone had a good time in the chat, and we do this every Sunday. So come on back next week and we'll be reading some more. Hopefully Shadow Daddy will live up to the expectations I have for him.
I want to know.
And hopefully Lindsay DNF's lessons in chemistry. But if you don't, I'm here for the tea on it when you finish it.
I'm leaning towards it.
I want to know what you start later. Please DM me and tell me what you end up doing tonight, because I'll definitely be
Iron Flame.
I'm sorry.
I have to. And I don't want to, but I have to.
Well, when does Onyx Storm come out? December?
I thought it was January. Isn't it January 25?
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm probably wrong.
That just got me thinking how it's almost the end of the year and I have books that are coming out and TBRs and stuff that I want to read. It's fine. It's all good. You've got time though. You've got time to read Iron Flame, because if it comes out in January, then maybe if it like ends on a big cliffhanger, which I keep hearing, maybe you can read it towards the end of the year.
Yeah, but I've now instructed everyone to bully me. So
January, apparently.
I thought so.
I'm so glad that you guys enjoyed the sprints. It was amazing. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Lindsay.
Thank you so much for having me. I had so much fun. I will do this anytime.
Sophie says I'm going to make a group chat for us. Thank you.
Yes, please.
Please do that.
Yes.
I need that in my life. Enjoy the rest of your day, Lindsay. I'm going to go watch Game of Thrones, then read this book in bed.
Yes, thank you so much for having me, guys. I want to stress again that how lucky you are to have Ragan. She's awesome and she's so sweet and she's so supportive. And thank you so much for having me.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna make me teary-eyed. Lindsay, thank you. I love you. I will see you guys next Sunday. If I don't see you Sunday, have a great rest of your week. Read a good book. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you on the internet somewhere. Bye.
Bye.